Hello everyone, Dan 14th Prime here. Want to check out with you guys today the Batman vs. Superman 6-scale armored Batman here from Hot Toys. There the guy is, he's a beast. Big huge dude, got him holding the rocket grenade launcher over there. I'll give this guy a spin around and let you check him out. From the wide angle here, you can see just, big chunky armored guy. They've got all the right accents in terms of the armor color versus kind of these almost goldish kind of accents in certain areas. So they've done all that right. Here he is from the back. He looks good. The cape looks good. We'll go in closer. You can see the bottom of the cape kind of tattered and a little bit worn with some dirt, kind of paint on there, some dirt effect. So that looks really good. And here he is from the right side. And it will say to spin him around. He's got kind of, I won't say loose, but his ankles, have some flexibility in there. And because of the way the figure is, sometimes if the ankles aren't just right, he's a little bit difficult to balance. And then here, just so you can get a sense of scale, there he is toe-to-toe with BVS Superman. Just jump in a little closer here so you can take a look at these guys going toe-to-toe, mano-a-mano. Batman's a good, we'll call it half a head, but I think both of these figures are really sharp. I've already got a Superman review up. He's really cool. And they fit their movie likeness. Ben Affleck is taller than Henry Cavill. Henry's a big bulky dude, and that kind of shows up through the figures. So really, really cool. Like the scale. And yeah, this armored Batman figure is beast. Big dude. Okay, let's do one more. One more from the front, square away here, just to give you a sense of like the width of the armored Batman figure across kind of the shoulders and torso. Just kind of overall size again. Bigger overall than Superman. All right, so let's start upstairs on armored Batman here. Just give you a look at this head sculpt. He's got a couple face plates I'll show you. So they're using that technology with kind of the face plate swap out. So that looks really cool. So he's got one of these more aggressive expressions in where you can see the teeth and everything, which looks really, really cool. See the helmet's got a lot of nice kind of scratching detail all around it. I'll just go ahead and kind of 360 him for you. Check out the little bat ears armored up. Again, just a lot of good nicking and scratching across the helmet. Not a difficult looking helmet or mold, kind of just this big, round, blunt kind of look to it. But a nice kind of battle wear all the way across it. And like I said, a couple gimmicks with the head sculpt. So if you just actually pop it off, it's just on a ball joint here. Pop that bad boy off. There's batteries to go in there. Switch up there. You can get the eyes to glow. One thing with the switch is sometimes it accidentally turns off when I put the head back on, but we'll see. So there he is with the light effect through the eyes. I mean, I love that. I think it looks really cool. As usual with Hot Toys, I wish they would put the switches in more convenient places so you don't have to be popping off heads and all kinds of stuff. Let's kind of dim the lights here. You can see this a little bit better. I'll just turn them down and down. You can just see how those light up eyes work. Really cool. Again, I just wish they would put the switch on his back. I mean, I'm fine with that because you can get to it easier, less wear on the figure, popping off the head and everything. But super cool light up eye effect, really nicely done. And then the other thing you can do is just swap in the more casual, calm kind of faceplate. It goes underneath the mask, so it's not as easy. You could probably do it. I think it's going to kind of rub on the helmet a little bit more. So I was trying to do that, but I actually just like to pop off the head and pop it out just to make sure I'm not putting any wear and scratching on the face mask piece. And then it just goes in behind here, just like that. You've got this look as well. That's got like a really good Ben Affleck likeness to it. And they did a really nice job with kind of the 5 o'clock kind of shadowing through there, and then I think the mouth and everything. So really, really good. And this is just more of a casual, less exciting look. I don't really love this expression at all. Like they got you the big aggressive one, but this one almost seems like kind of blah, but it's fine. At least you got some options, and it's really cool to be able to switch those out. All right, so let's just pan down this guy and check him out. You've seen the head sculpt there. You can see how it comes down into the neck area. It's like black rubber under there. He's got the strap for the cape coming across. You can see the cape attaching there, which is cool. Then you just get into the armor, right? Get into the armor. Go ahead and get his arms in here. He's got basically the bat suit underneath and the armor over the top. You didn't notice all that detail in the movie. Same thing kind of through the midsection and stuff. So really, really cool. Just get you the full arms effect. Different hands I'll show you. This is kind of the gun holding hand with the trigger finger. Soft fist over there on the left. But let you just kind of take that in. I mean, the suit is really, really nice. It's very, it's pretty posable too. I mean, considering how chunky he kind of looks. Again, you kind of have this suit underneath and the armor over the top. So, it's not going to be the most, but it's not too bad. And you can move some pieces around pretty good. So, really, really cool. And then they've got the belt. Again, they're using kind of the right gold accent there. Jump down, straight on. You can see that belt. Kind of see what the armor looks like through the crotch area. Got to have the cup on. Got the armored cup. The thigh plates and everything. All looking good. And again, gold accent kind of there. Off the wings of the boot. And some big chunky boots. Really cool. Really, really cool look. Here's the left profile. You can see how the strap kind of comes around, comes into the cape. See more of just how the armoring on the arm comes together. Again, gold accents here on kind of the wings of the arm. Big forearm pieces, big gloves. And the cape just goes all the way down. And here I'll just get the cape a little bit out of the way so you can get the full view. You weren't missing much, but you get to see the full effect down through the legs. Then here, just trying to give you a little bit of better look from the side. I will say kind of elbow and articulation on the front of the arm is pretty good. The shoulder is a little bit difficult to kind of get really forward, get really back. Just get out of the way, quite frankly. But that's what it looks like. Underneath the arm there that the arm was hiding. Armor kind of opens up a little bit more through there. But yeah, just getting his arm kind of back or forward. It's not the best range of motion actually for the shoulder movement. Here we've got the back of the figure. You've seen kind of the head area and stuff, and it just comes down across this nice big cape, of course. And when you get to the bottom down here you've got the tattering effect across the cape. You've got kind of some discoloration. Pretty faint, but there's a little bit of kind of just dirt effect on the bottom of the cape there. Probably difficult to see. That's probably good right there. You can see some of it. So really nice job with the bottom of the cape. So it's not too clean. And again here, just a right profile. Again, trying to hold kind of some of the cape out of the way. Nothing too different really from the other side. Then here on the back of the figure, if I just lift the cape up, a lot of cool detail back here that's hidden by the cape, unfortunately. Unfortunately, the cape doesn't have wires for posability. You can take a look at all that cool detail. The strap comes around. Look at the spinal armoring through there. Really cool. Kind of opens up through the back side. And then you get the back of the armor, kind of how it all comes together and ties on. Looks really cool. So a lot of cool detail back here that to see. You got to somehow get the cape kind of up out of the way. It would have been nice to get some wiring in there probably for some cape posability to make this a little more accessible. So let's check out some of the goodies that come with this guy. Here is the kryptonite grenade launcher that he uses to fight Superman with. Really cool piece. I mean, simple, just black gun, but really just all the detailing that they put through here does make it look really cool. All this through the barrel. So it's all really cool. The butt kind of extends out like this. Kind of make it more of like a rifle look. So you can have them holding that however you want, but just a lot of nice detail. Doesn't seem to be any other working pieces on it, but it does look really good in hand. It also comes with this. I believe this is kind of like a grapple hook. He uses it to kind of fly down that stairway, I think, in the movie. Kind of ease himself down, so it's kind of like your batarang, grapple, whatever effect. So he can hold that. Again, it's a sharp looking piece. Check out the inside of that and all the detailing that they put in there. Looks really nice. And then in terms of kind of weapon accessories, he comes with these two little kryptonite grenades. And you can put it in the gun. So you can slide it in there. And there you kind of get, like you can see it coming from the tip of the gun. But it doesn't stay in there, so not the safest place. It's going to slide out if the gun gets pointed down. And then, of course, he comes with hands. So here he's got 2 closed fists. This dude's hands are big, right? Here's Superman's hand. I mean, geez, it's like 50% larger, the armored Batman hands. So these are just 2 big face busting fists, closed fists. You can see they look really nice. The glove effect, the wear effect there on the palms and everything. Really, really cool. He comes with these on. This is that kind of softer open hand. So I've got the left one on. This is the right one. Yeah, I could probably hold one of those grenades or something in this hand. He also comes with one of these right hands, kind of like this gripping, kind of staggered finger look. Not quite sure what he would be doing with this, kind of just fighting or something. Doesn't really work with any of the accessories. Too big for the holy grenade or the grapnel blaster or the gun. So kind of a quasi open palm. And then he's got a fist, kind of an open fist with the thumb up like that, which I think probably works best with this grapple gun. Can hold that like that. You can see what that looks like. Could probably hold a grenade in there as well. So kind of a overall gripping hand. And then again here, the hand I have on the figure is this finger pointing hand, which is trigger finger for the grenade launcher. See what that looks like. Then, of course, for a stand, you get these stands, which I like. I mean, they're a lot better, say, than like the Captain America Civil War stands that I showed you in my last video. You get Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, Armored Batman, and it's got this kind of flip-out effect, which is cool for display. And again, I've got Superman and the Armored Batman. You can display the figures and have this up, which I think looks cool. It doesn't get in the way. I kind of have Superman hovering above it, and Armored Batman, you can kind of put his feet behind it. So I actually like having them on display with this stand because I think it's just something different and looks really good. Okay, you can flip it down, pull it up, and it just comes with kind of your standard pull and kind of crotch grabber for balance. So for articulation, I mean, it is pretty limited. I guess I was probably a little excited earlier in the video when I said it's not bad. I've had the guy out of the box for a week or so now, just getting around to reviewing them. You know, the head's fine. I think you can kind of get what you need side to side and down and up's not going to be there. You can kind of get that helmet to tuck in behind the armor, and you can get some up even too. So I think the head is fine. You'll get what you need to do there. I think the real limitations start to come in through like the shoulder areas. So for the shoulder, this is really kind of the limiting area. Obviously, the armor's going to come together. Again, I think that can pop off, and you can maybe get more, but then you're going to have the shoulder piece off, right? So very limited through there. I think forward, the suit just seems to kind of pull on itself and be limited. So you can get it kind of like a click forward there, but then it just likes to click back. Be nice if it would stay out there. That would be okay. But then it just likes to click back. So I think you really get limited there. And the back is actually the same way. Start to put it back a little bit, and it just likes to click forward. So you are really limited in kind of just forward and backward movement, which is tough because if you ever wanted to do any kind of fight pose, like I was just trying to have him pose to block a Superman punch, it's difficult because that shoulder is so limited. I think in terms of moving the shoulders out, I mean, the figure naturally has just some outward movement to him. So they say 70 degrees, and it seems like a bit of a stretch to me. It's probably more like 45 degrees, I think, if that. But you can kind of get the arms out a little bit. It's very natural. This hand keeps wanting to fall off. You know, even if you try to put them down, it doesn't really like to even go down. So the arms are kind of just naturally out quite a bit. Again, it says you can remove this armor piece for a little bit better shoulder movement. Doesn't really give you much coaching and directions on how to do that. So just know it's there if you're interested. So on the elbow here, I think it's a little better. You know, you can kind of get almost a pretty solid 90-degree elbow there. It's a little bit short probably. Arm straightens out, so that's good. You can't really get much twist that's going to stay in the arm. You can a little bit there. It's kind of pivoted in. But the bulkiness of the armor just really prevents it from even really working that way.
The suit just starts to get all kinds of wrinkled underneath there. And then at the hand, obviously, it's just kind of plugged in on a ball joint, so it's going to pivot around, and you can get some kind of pivoting like that. And you know, if you go too far, it's just going to pop it out. But you can take it as far as you want to try. Jump down the waist, and obviously the way the armor all comes together. I mean, this is a little bit tough here. You can see it can kind of flex and move a little bit, but you can't really get it in anything that's going to stay. Try to crunch it. All these pieces start to kind of fold up. I got like a crunch there, like one crunch I think I got there that I heard click in. Otherwise, you can't do much there. And if you come downstairs, you can get a little bit of extra width in the position. You can bring the legs together more. Not a lot of forward thigh movement, quite frankly. Get like maybe a click there. Yeah, so if you kind of wanted a walking motion, you can kind of move the legs like you wanted that, but you don't really get much thigh going out. The knee's pretty good. That's all right. The foot kind of pivots. Like I said, they're almost kind of loose for the size of the figures, so they move around just fine. Again, my gripe is mainly them supporting the weight of the figure. I didn't show you the bottom of the foot. There it is, nice and spiked all the way through. But yeah, unfortunately for these guys, you're not going to get like badass, monumental fight scene poses because Armored Batman is just really difficult to pose. So here you have the box, kind of a, I don't say grayscale, it's like silver. It's kind of like armored looking box, right? Armored Batman, you got the BVS Bat logo. Inside of there, you've got Batman squaring off against Superman. A lot of cool artwork and just pictures and stuff going on in there. Bat signal, Armored Batman's face, logo at the bottom, and in the background is kind of the skyline, the city. Again, bat signal up there. Spin around, there's nothing really going on inside. You can see its shoebox, and they just put a little angle on the cover. And then here, not much going on in the back of the box, bunch of fine print. And you get this logo on the top of the box. So if we pop off the cover there, here's kind of the insert, Armored Batman MMS 349, and the folks involved in the project there. There you have it, guys. Hot Toys MMS 349, the Armored Batman. Beautiful, beautiful figure. Love to have them on display, kind of something like what you have here in front of you. I think it looks really, really nice. If anything, I'm a little disappointed with the posability, the articulation, which creates my inability to do some epic Batman versus Superman fight poses. But you can see when you got this guy on display, you can do some basic poses which look really good, especially on this stand. But it is an awesome and absolutely beautiful figure. And, you know, I definitely recommend picking it up if you're thinking about getting a Batman or some figures from the movie in your collection. I think this guy's unique. You know, there'll always be the next Batman figure, but this one probably might not have another one. I think they did an awesome job with it. The armor, the figure looks huge, very well detailed. Love the faceplate options that they've given us to kind of give some different looks. Love the light up eyes as well. So really happy with the figure. Hope you liked the video, guys. I'll see you next time. Hello everyone, Dan the 14th Prime here. Today I want to check out with you guys the Hot Toys Captain America Civil War.